Day 8 on the video challenge with I Make Noise University. Mr. I Make Noise himself, Nate O'Brien. Hey everyone, it's Daphne D. Williams of DwriteWELL.com. That's DwriteWELL. What is my purpose in life? My purpose in life is to push out. My purpose in life is to teach to reach. So my entire life, I fell in love with teaching when I was in the 4th grade. My second 4th grade class. When I got left back in the 4th grade, I was moving back and forth. My parents were going through whatever they were going through. And we were relocating and moving, and it was a lot. And so my grades fell behind, and I got left back in the 4th grade. And I remember saying that so I had this teacher. She was really mean. And I didn't know what the word error meant in my first 4th grade class. And so she kept saying that I keep making all these errors. All you do is make errors. You're just full of errors. And even in that situation, God used another teacher, my next teacher, which was Miss Nero Hatley, who was a gem. She was amazing. So I don't know if it was a special class, because it was probably only 15 of us in the class, and at that time it was 40 students in classes, 30 and 40. I know when I was in elementary school, public school in Brooklyn, the classes used to be crowded. So this particular class, it was PS 235. I got left back in PS 135, and then I went to 235, and I used to live in Flatbush, Brooklyn. And it was a rough time. It was a horrible experience, because at home it was horrible. For one, the adults made fun of you. And I remember feeling like I didn't matter. I couldn't get through this. I was in the 4th grade. How old are you in the 4th grade? 10, 11. So it was devastating to see all your friends going to the next grade and you weren't going to the next grade. So when I got this amazing teacher named Miss Nero Hatley, and I actually found her years later and told her why I became an educator. I became an educator because I wanted to teach girls, not only girls, I wanted to teach students. I wanted to teach young minds that you matter, even if you make a mistake, even if you make an error, even if your paper is full of errors. I decided that I wasn't going to make people's paper bleed and mark it up with all kind of marks. I mean, I changed that once I started teaching college. It was a different story, because at some point, and as an adult, you should try to get it together for yourself. But what that made me, it made me more compassionate for people who didn't get it as quick. I had cousins who were in gifted and talented classes, and I admired them so much, and they would get it. They just got it. I remember my cousin Shavis, he actually helped me get through 5th grade. I thought I was going to fail the test. He taught me more in like 2 hours. No, it was more than 2 hours. He was so frustrated with me. He's highly intelligent. He's gifted and talented. And I guess teaching me, I always told myself that I couldn't learn certain things, or I couldn't master something. And when you tell yourself things like that, that's what sets you up for failure. So I told myself I wasn't a good test taker, because that's what Miss Cohen said to me. You have errors. You have errors. You're full of errors. And so I knew then in the 4th grade, I knew I was failing. I knew I was getting left back. Went to summer school, and summer school didn't mean you passed. It meant you was just killing time to be a number, a statistic, so they can get more funding, basically. Because guess what? I still got left back. Went to spend